Every person can make a difference and every person can change.
You can volunteer to open supervision open people's jobs, helping the owners of all things and anything to those that need.
Examples of volunteering. For example, people helped at the slum outside Nairobi, Kibera. Although Kibera still needs many improvements, these volunteers have helped young children get an education and lead a successful life. Volunteers rushed to help with Hurricane Sandy. They helped 322 families, and the estimated value of donated labour was about $900,000. 2,500 volunteers offered to help when the tsunami hit Japan. Volunteers saved hundreds of people. Haiti was badly damaged by the earthquake followed by the tsunami. The volunteers managed to save people's lives and rebuild their homes.
David Beckham. The Beckhams have given over $1 million to charity since 2005. He and his wife have their own charity. The Victoria and David Beckham Charitable Trust provides wheelchairs to children along with healthy donations to many others. Recently, David Beckham offered his football wages to a children's charity, a total of £200,000. The former England captain promised that all his earnings while playing for Paris Saint-Germain, rumoured to be around £200,000, a week would go to children's charity in the Paris area. The money will be going to hospitals in Paris and an association which sends fun buses packed with games and education activities to children's wards of French hospitals. Youth group in Bogal. My mum wants to run a youth group and they do a lot of charity work. The youth group is for ages 12 to 17 and they meet every Friday at a sports centre in Bogal. Kids Got Talent. A few years ago they had an idea of recreating Britain's Got Talent, but for kids. Anybody of the age 4 to 18 were allowed to have an act, but you had to pay €5 to watch and receive 2 votes. All the money raised went to help build a school in Peru. Sponsored Walk or Run. They also, a couple of years ago, did a sponsored walk or run. Anybody was allowed to do it, but they must get at least 5 sponsors, and all the money raised went towards buying at least 500 mosquito nets for children in a school in Malawi. And these are people who are in the youth group.
30-hour fast. Every year they do a 30-hour fast to think what it's like to be hungry and appreciate how lucky we are. Every member of the youth group gets sponsors from friends and family. For the past 3 years, the money that they have raised from their sponsors have gone to buying food to local food bank Iglesia Santa Maria in Lagos and to give money to the Lagos Red Cross to buy baby products for families in need. A few years ago, the youth group went up to Lisbon to work in a food bank that distributes food for 70,000 people.
Cancer awareness. There have been many different cancers, but some are more common than others. Breast cancer. In women, breast cancer sometimes occurs when the gene is low. Cancer cells often overreact to growth signals in the body, divide out of control, which becomes a tumour, which can be removed very fast. But cancer can grow and spread around the body, making treatment more difficult. Prostate cancer. It is a cancer in the male reproductive system next to the blood. Leukemia. It is a very dangerous cancer in the blood. There is barely any medicine to help against it and only works for early and prolonged cancers. Balanced diet, something we can all think about. There have been many advances in prostate cancer to have a good medicine. Researchers continue to look for foods or substances in them that can lower prostate cancer risk. Scientists have found some substances in tomatoes and soybeans that might prevent prostate cancer. So far, most research has suggests that a balanced diet, including these foods as well as other fruits and veg, is a greater benefit than taking dietary supplements.
Angelina Jolie had her surgery, researching the brain to get cancer. The brain model she revealed earlier this year, she underwent an operation to remove both her brain. After finding she had a high risk of developing breast or ovarian cancer, Angelina's surgeon said in an interview that her decision was made overnight. Her mother mentioned that after battling the disease at the age of 56.
Education and lots of love. Hair donation. People can also donate hair, especially if you're famous. People sometimes donate hair when you are famous because it is worth a lot of money. Lots of Love. Lots of Love are a non-profit charity based in the United States. The organization accepts donations of human hair and money with the stated intention of making wigs for needy Canadian and American children with medical conditions that have the cause of cancer.
Comic Relief. Comic Relief started in 1985 and is still going today. The founder of Comic Relief was not actually one, but two comedians which go by the names of Richard Curtis and Wayne Henry. 75,107,851 is the highest they have yet earned. There has been 29 comic reliefs. The first one was launched from our refugee camp in Sudan. Who helped Comic Relief? The BBC are responsible for the television show. Sainsbury's sell supermarket goods to everyone and give them money that they collect to Comic Relief. And BT provide the telephone service in which people can donate to Comic Relief.
We can also help other people, such as homeless people. Homeless people are people who live on the streets without any home or shelter. There are different occasions that make many people homeless, such as they are unemployed, no family, divorced, or they have no money. They can also be mentally ill. You can help homeless people with many different ways, such as to give them food, clothes, shelter, and most of all respect. We do not know what has happened in their life, and we should respect and treat each other like we would like to be treated.
Tunnel people. Did you know that there are thousands upon thousands of homeless people that are living underground beneath the streets of major US cities? As the economy crumbles, poverty in the United States is exploding, and so is homelessness. The saddest part is the fact that authorities found dirty diapers in the areas near these tunnels. That must mean that babies are being raised in that kind of environment. Could you imagine living like that? Sadly, for an increasing number of Americans, a normal lifestyle is no longer an option. The homeless people who live down there are called mole people. This is a picture of one of the tunnels that the tunnel people live in.
Everyone can be sad. There are so many people that for one reason or the other are sad and in need of comfort. When you see a sad person, you can make them happier just by giving them a smile. You can help them in any way when you make the effort. You will feel better about yourself if you do. Say hello or good morning. Like this you show them that you see them and that you care about them. If you have clothes you do not like, instead of throwing them away, take them to homeless people or the Red Cross, as they will be given to people in need.
Small things can make a difference. And if that kindness is passed on, it can multiply and multiply. So take just a few minutes a day and share kindness with another person.
People helping people. Sometimes a simple little thing like smiling and being friendly can give a warm feeling in someone else's heart. The next time you see someone fall over with a flat tire or somehow in need of help, stop and ask how you can help them. Sometimes all they need is just the use of your cell phone. If you see someone that is sad or feeling bad because of something, you could offer a hug, a helpful hand, or give them a kind word of comfort.
Changing board. Lend your ear. Often someone who's sad, depressed, angry, or frustrated just needs someone who will listen. Help someone get active. A person in your life who wants to get healthy might need a helping hand. Off to go walking or running together. To join a gym as a group. Send a nice email. Just a quick note telling how much you appreciate them or how proud you are of them. Or just saying thank you for something they did. You can do all these things that won't take you more than an hour at the most, and will just make them so much more cheerful. All I can say is just try to do these things as much as you can and hopefully lend a helping hand.
Be happy, be there. Just be there. When someone you know is in need, sometimes it's just good to be there. Sit with them, talk, help out if you can. Make a small surprise or give a present. Sometimes a funny postcard, a teddy bear, a flower or a bar of chocolate can make a remarkable effect. You could also make something by yourself without wasting money. Creating something for people can be so giving and special for the receiver. Have some fun together. Invite a person who is sad to a party, to the movies, or some other place of interest.
Kind words from your heart. Love. Simply finding ways to express your love to others, whether it is your partner, other family member, friend, or a complete stranger. Just express your love. Show that you care. A kind hug, word, spending time, showing a little kindness, being friendly. It all matters more than you know.
How far that little candle throws his beams, so shines a good deed in a weary world, by William Shakespeare. Okay, so we are now going to show you a video about acts of kindness that were caught on camera in 2012.
Very carefully. It's not easy to come and stand up in front of all this funny crowd, is it, Year 8? You did very well, it's very poignant. It's very, very nice for us as teachers to know that as a school we always do a lot of giving, but there's a lot more we can do. We have very privileged people. I hope we remember that. I know from the bazaar, I know from non-uniform days how much you like to do, and we can always do a bit more, so that is very important. Just want to say to everyone as well, on Tuesday afternoon period 7, we will be having a special visitor to the school. We'll be talking about anti-bullying. I know you've all probably seen the video clip with your tutors, so that's on Tuesday, and again, best behaviour. But well done, Year 8. And next week, it's Year 10 assembly, isn't it, for New and Evil? So look forward to that. Thank you. You can go back to your tutor rooms now.